Hello friends. Welcome back to Wonderfully Made, Bible Stories for Children. I'm so glad you're here. Last time, we learned how King Saul became jealous of David, and how David chose kindness instead of revenge. Today, we'll see what happened next, when Saul's time as king came to an end, and how David finally became king, just as God had promised long ago. Let's explore how God's plan came true, even after many years. Israel faced a terrible battle against the Philistines. During that battle, Saul and his sons lost their lives. When David heard the news, he tore his clothes, cried, and mourned. He did not celebrate. He showed honor to the man who had once been God's chosen king, and he grieved deeply for his friend Jonathan. David and his men fasted and prayed. He told them that Israel had lost brave warriors, and his heart felt very heavy. After some time passed, David asked God what he should do next. God told him to go to the town of Hebron. When David arrived, the leaders of Judah came to him. They said they believed God wanted him to be their king. So they anointed him. They poured oil on his head as a sign that God had chosen him. But this wasn't the end yet. The rest of Israel did not choose David right away. Another man became king over the other tribes, and for a long time, there was conflict between the two sides. David did not fight to grab the throne. He waited. He trusted. He led with patience and kindness, not anger or pride. After many years, all the leaders of Israel finally came to David in Hebron. They reminded him that even when Saul had been king, David had been the one who helped Israel in battles. They told him they believed God wanted him to shepherd the whole nation. So the leaders made a covenant with David, a promise before God, and they anointed him king over all Israel. David was 30 years old when he became king, and he became strong because God was with him. After so many years of waiting, God's promise had come true. David waited a long time before becoming king. He had to be patient, brave, and obedient while he trusted God's timing. Let's think about a few things together. Why do you think David refused to take the throne by force, even when he had the chance? Have you ever had to wait a long time for something important? What does this story teach us about God's promises? Remember, God always keeps his word even when the journey takes longer than we expect. Thank you for joining me today. Next time on Wonderfully Made, we'll see how King David begins to lead Israel, and how he brings the Ark of God to Jerusalem with celebration, music, and joy. Until then, remember, you are wonderfully made. Bye for now.